Today we're doing something really interesting. We're having you take over for the 1D Detroit Public Television interviews, and you are the Executive Director of Leadership Detroit.
I am.
Can you tell us a little bit about Leadership Detroit?
Yeah, so Leadership Detroit is a regional leadership program in that it covers the entire region, and each year we have over 60 emerging leaders as well as individuals who are already in leadership position go through our program. Mm-hmm. It's a very intense 10-month program where people make a pretty big significant commitment to participate, and they learn a great deal about the region, they learn more about themselves, they build relationships, and the whole idea is that that there's after the end of Leadership Detroit, they're engaged in improving their organizations, but also giving something back for the community, some community change efforts.
How long has Leadership Detroit been in existence?
We're currently in our 31st class, so we've had 30 years of Leadership Detroit, which is an incredible track record. Leaders that have graduated from the program who are doing really incredible things in the region, at the state level, at the national level. So we're 30 years strong.
How long have you been with Leadership Detroit?
Personally, I'm a graduate of Leadership Detroit 17, so I graduated, I'm a product of the program. And this is my second full year with Leadership Detroit. It's my second class that I'm leading.
And what changes have you implemented to the program since you've been the administrator of the LD program?
Yeah, I think one of the things that I feel strongly about is really getting the leaders up in front of other leaders. Those individuals in the community that are involved in making very tough decisions and prioritizing resources in this community. It's very, very important for leaders to really understand what other leaders go through, emerging leaders, what they go through in decision making. I think that is oftentimes not really appreciated, and there's so many filters sometimes what we read in the news and what we hear. And so one of the changes was to really reinforce that idea that we want to really hear from leaders in terms of what's happening, because I think knowledge is key as part of the leadership equation. The other change, and it's been something we've been about for a long time, but I think it's time to sort of reinvest in this idea. It's getting our alumni engaged in the community at even a greater level and becoming increasingly a resource for helping to move the region along and dealing with some of the issues that we have. There's tremendous talent in the Leadership Detroit pool, and I think we're working on ways to get that talent even more engaged in the community problem solving.
Obviously, I know as the 1D director that LD has adopted the 5 priority areas of 1D. What made you do that, and what's the advantage in doing that?
Oh, I think it's there's so much information. There's so much to be learned about the community, and I think with those priority areas, it really helps us. Helps us sort of put certain issues, connect certain issues together. So if we're doing economic prosperity, we can spend a whole day and really kind of focus on economic prosperity. And because we spend one day, it doesn't mean that's the only time we talk about it. So we would be talking about culture and the arts, which would be a quality of life issue, but then also looking perhaps for the economic opportunities in culture and arts. So, and I do with the scorecard too. It's a great metrics for leaders to sort of reflect back on, and it gives some context to the program.